Good morning, and today I'm here to present the food profile of the United States of America. History and background of the United States. The history of the lands that became the United States began with the arrival of the first people in the Americas around 15,000. Numerous indigenous cultures were formed, and many saw transformations in the 16th century away from more densely populated lifestyles and towards reorganized policies elsewhere. The European colonization of the Americas began in the late 15th century, although most colonies in what would later become the United States were settled after the year 1600. The United States are located in North America in between Canada and Mexico. It is a federation of 50 states, a federal capital district, Washington, D.C., and 326 Indian reservations. Advances in the past 100 years have established America as a world leader economically, militarily, and technologically. The USA's most important exports include petroleum products, aircraft, vehicles, and medical equipment, and the country's biggest imports include cars, industrial machinery, computers, and crude oil. After Spain and France, the United States is the third most popular tourist destination in the world. It serves millions of domestic and international tourists every year. Tourists visit the United States to see the historical landmarks, cities, natural wonders, and entertainment values. Tourism is among the three largest employers in 29 states. Countries, geography, and food production. An enormous extension of fruits, winter vegetable, cotton, and tobacco farming has occurred in the subtropical and warm temperate areas of the United States. Citrus fruits do well in Florida and the Rio Grande Valley of Texas. The Central Valley of California, guarded from frost by the Sierras, with winter rain for growth and prolonged summer sun for ripening, also is a prime area for growing fruits and vegetables. Drought is a challenge, however, and has been met only by extensive irrigation. Winter vegetables are widely grown on the sandy soils of the Gulf Coastal Plain and the southeastern parts of the Atlantic coast, which have a free long frost-free season and ample rain. Many tobacco and cotton fields are now alternately planted with rye, corn, soybeans, and winter wheat grown as fodder for cattle or as additional cash crops. This helps to maintain the fertility of the soil, which has been threatened by the practice of monoculture. The combination of favorable environmental conditions and strong domestic demand for animal products has made the raising of livestock prominent in the American economy. The raising of domesticated animals for food and a number of industrial raw materials has generated a specific economic geography for each species. In terms of value, beef cattle are the most important, and the breeding and fattening are major, often dominant activities in the Great Plains and adjacent sections of the American Midwest. New emerging agricultural technology. When it comes to US crop production, honeybees are worth $20 billion. These insects are essential to human survival, so there is an increasing innovation in agricultural equipment to help protect bees and maximize their pollination capabilities. Bee vectoring technology uses commercially reared bees to deliver targeted crop controls through pollination, replacing chemical pesticides with an environmentally safe crop protection system. This supports sustainable farming, crop yield, and soil quality. Precision agriculture is an agricultural resource management strategy that collects, processes, and evaluates data and offers insights to help farmers optimize and increase soil quality and productivity. This innovation in agriculture technology uses big data to aid management decisions, enabling farmers to control crop yield variables like moisture level, soil condition, and microclimates to maximize output. It relies on remote sensing systems, drones, robotics, and automation to improve crop health and optimize agricultural resources, leading to more productivity. Farm automation combines agricultural machinery, computer systems, chemical sensors, data management to improve equipment operation. Economic, social, and political factors of food production in America. Economic factors significantly influence food system and disease management by determining resource allocation, accessibility, and affordability. Economic factors play a crucial role in shaping food systems, which include all the processes involved in feeding a population, from food production to consumption. The economic prosperity of a country or region can determine the type and quantity of food produced. For instance, wealthier nations like America often have more diversified food systems with a greater variety of crops and livestock, while poorer nations may rely on a limited range of staple foods. This can have implications for nutritional diversity and food security. Economic factors wield substantial influence over food supply and production in America. The interplay of market demand and consumer preferences guides agricultural decisions, dictating what crops are grown and how they are produced. Moreover, the cost of production, encompassing inputs like labor, land, and technology, shapes the economics of farming operations. Fluctuations in commodity prices, influenced by global markets and currency exchange rates, directly impact profitability and production decisions. Additionally, trade policies, including tariffs and international agreements, profoundly affect the imports and exports of food products, um, further influencing domestic supply and prices. Investments in research and development is another crucial economic factor driving innovation or productivity and sustainability within the agricultural sector. Social dynamics significantly mold the landscape of food supply and production across America. Demographic shifts, such as population growth and urbanization, alter consumption patterns and preferences, driving demand for specific types of food products. And then for the continuation, cultural diversity and dietary preferences further shape the food system, introducing new culinary traditions and influencing production practices. Concurrently, um, heightened awareness of health and wellness issues fuels a demand for healthier, organic, and sustainably produced foods. However, disparities in food access persist, driven by factors such as income inequality and food insecurity, highlighting social challenges that intersect within the food supply chain. Political forces exert considerable sway over the intricacies of food supply and production in America. Government regulations set standards for food safety, environmental stewardship, and labor practices, directly impacting production methods and costs. Subsidies and farm policies, administered by legislative bodies, influence farm behavior and crop selection, shaping the agricultural landscape. Environmental policies, including those addressing climate change and land use, are pivotal in determining the sustainability of food production practices. Moreover, geopolitical factors and international relations play a significant role influencing trade agreements and global supply chains, thereby affecting domestic food availability. And then America's food distribution system. America's food distribution systems, including imports and exports, are intricate, reflecting a blend of economic, social, and political influences. As a major player in global agricultural trade, the United States engages in the importations of various commodities like fruits, vegetables, seafood, and specialty crops to meet consumer demand and preferences throughout the year. Concurrently, it leverages its abundant agricultural resources and productivity to export significant quantities of grain, soybeans, meat, and dairy products to international markets, bolstering its economy and global influence. However, while trade diversifies the nation's food supply, it also exposes it to risks such as supply chain disruptions and price volatility, highlighting the delicate balance between domestic production and reliance on imports. Regarding the food security, the United States generally maintains a high level of access to safe and nutritious food for its population. Nonetheless, persistent disparities exist, with certain commodities facing challenges related to food access, affordability, and quality. Factors such as poverty, income inequality, and inadequate infrastructure contribute to food insecurity, impacting both urban and rural areas. Moreover, disruptions caused by natural disasters, economic downturns, and public health crises can exacerbate vulnerabilities within the food system, underscoring the importance of resilience and equitable access to food resources. In recent years, the COVID-19 pandemic has underscored the fragility of food distribution systems, prompting concerns about food supply chain disruptions, panic buying, and food shortages. Additionally, issues such as climate change, environmental degradation, and geopolitical tensions pose long term challenges to food security and agricultural sustainability. Addressing these complex issues requires a multifaceted approach encompassing policies that promote equitable access to food, support sustainable agriculture, and enhance the resilience of food systems to shocks and disruptions. By addressing these challenges comprehensively, the United States can work towards ensuring a more secure, sustainable, and equitable food future for all its citizens.